Good afternoon. On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Michael Tefts, Principal Dr. Andrew Peltz, Assistant Principal Doug Ferris, and myself, Don Seeker, I'd like to welcome you to the Revere Ohio High School Athletic Association preseason winter parent meeting. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all of our coaches and student athletes for a fantastic fall season. Our football team qualified for the OHSAA playoffs. Our boys golf team were district qualifiers. Our boys and girls cross country teams were both regional qualifiers. Our girls cross country team were crowned Suburban League champions for the second consecutive year. And girls cross country runner Laura Wagner qualified to the state tournament. Also, certainly like to congratulate our boys soccer team, who were crowned Suburban League champions for the third consecutive year, and they were the #1 state-ranked team all season and finished as the Ohio Division II state runner-up. Congratulations to all of our athletic teams and coaches for a great fall season. Together, you represented and made the Revere community proud. I'd like to take an opportunity to thank our medical staff, Team Dr. Dan Meyer, our athletic trainers, Hannah Abbott and Logan Kinley, and our strength and conditioning coach, Nico Ramacone. Thank you for all that you do to keep our student athletes healthy and on the field of play. Also like to thank the Revere Athletic Sports Booster Club, President Jim Mullen, Vice President Dan Tompkins. Just many thanks to all of these groups for everything that they do for the student athletes of Revere High School and middle school. And especially special thanks to all of our student athletes, our cheerleaders, band members, student section, coaches, parents, and fans for an absolutely fantastic fall season. Again, together you represented and made the Revere community very proud. #WeAreRevere. Just a couple of things from the Revere High School Student Handbook. Just a reminder, the Revere Local School District believes that participation in school athletics is a privilege, not a right, and can have a direct and positive impact on a student's overall high school experience. Revere local schools offer numerous opportunities for our young men and women to explore and develop their personal skills as part of a team. Athletes are expected to follow the rules and regulations in the RHS Code of Student Behavior, as well as the rules and regulations established by their individual coaches and other authorities of governing bodies. Our Revere Extracurricular Code of Conduct is in effect during the school day at school-sponsored or school-related activities, regardless of whether on or off school property, and anytime the student is out of school, including breaks in the academic calendar. Therefore, a student may be prohibited from participating in the extracurricular activities for misconduct, regardless of where or when such misconduct occurs, whether or not the season of the activity or sport is in session. Student athletes and parents are required to review and electronically sign the Code of Conduct on final forms. Attendance. A student athlete must be in attendance at school for half of the school day. Now, we've broken that down into halves, 7:34 a.m. to 10:45 a.m., or from 10:45 a.m. to 2:37 p.m. in order to participate in any school-sponsored activity that is conducted on that day. This includes practices and competitions. Extenuating circumstances will be considered by the assistant principal and/or the athletic director. Eligibility. Student athletes are required to meet all eligibility requirements set forth by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Revere Local School District Board of Education to participate in extracurricular activities. Students in grade 9 through 12 must have received passing grades in a minimum of 5 one-credit classes or the equivalent in the immediately preceding grading period. Students in grades 7 through 8 must receive a passing grade in a minimum of 4. Transportation. Busing issues continue to be a problem here at Revere. We cannot get bus departure times any earlier than 4:30 p.m. on Mondays through Fridays. Our student athletes are expected to ride to and from athletic contests on the team bus. If you need to transport your child, please complete the online transportation form Google Doc on revereminutemen.org. High school student transportation permission and release forms on final forms gives parental permission for the high school student athletes to drive to and from athletic events and/or practices if necessary. But it's also very important to remember students are not permitted to transport teammates. This form can also give parental permission for student athlete to ride home with a parent guardian of a teammate. So please, if you need your son or daughter to drive and or be transported by another parent or guardian, please make sure you fill out the transportation form on final forms. Cancellation or rescheduling of athletic contests in the winter. We could get some snow or ice. We will always err on the side of caution to make sure we don't put our student athletes in harm's way. Typically, high school events will be rescheduled if we have to cancel. Middle school events are only rescheduled if both schools can agree to a date and a time that might work for them. But again, we'll never put our kids in harm's way. There could be possibilities where school late arrival in the morning due to weather or whatever. And if the roads clear up, again, with our superintendent, Dr. Teff's approval, practices and or games could take place later in the evening. All of this information, either cancellations, delays, or reschedules, will come out to you through final forms and on our Twitter account. If you're looking for Revere schedules, please go to www.revereminutemen.org. ArbiterLive.sports does not work anymore since the OHSAA has went to Dragonfly. Again, changes, cancellation of schedules, time changes. So many times those are out of our hands. Oftentimes it's the other school. One thing I can tell you for sure is things will change. We apologize when it happens, but we will make sure and try to get that information out to you ASAP. Just a reminder to all of our winter athletes, final forms should all be filled out. There's a list of final forms there for you to take a look at. You will get dings if your student or athlete do not have these filled out and or formed by you. And also, most importantly, we need to make sure that you have a physical exam form completed and on file in the athletic office here at Revere. The OHSAA physical form is the only form that is accepted. So if you're going to take your son or daughter to get a physical, please make sure you download that specific form and take it with you to your doctor. Tickets this year, we will continue to sell online tickets at ticketspicket.com. Also, the OHSAA has made it mandatory. Revere has had this throughout the COVID and up till today. But again, cash tickets will be available at all home and away games now. So even if we're going on the road, there will be cash sales at those gates. But if you want to keep from standing in line, you can go to Ticket Spicket for home games. And then we also on revereminutemen.org, we do have links there for the away schools that will let you know where you can go to purchase online tickets for the away events. There has been a ticket price increase. Adults are now $8 and students $4. That's a Suburban League increase. And also a reminder that our Revere senior citizens are admitted free to our home games. If you would just ask the ladies at the ticket gates when you come into the event for senior citizen pass, they'll give you one or two, whatever you need. As far as live streaming in the winter, our home games will be live streamed at the YouTube channel at Revere Athletics. Away games may be live streamed by the away school. In the chance that they don't live stream the games, there is a possibility that we could still get those games live streamed to the Revere YouTube channel. But again, check youtube.com at Revere Athletics for live stream of our winter sporting events. Just some information, our home swim and dive meets, we do hope to live stream those as well. Some start times, our high school boys basketball games, when we play triple headers, 9th grade, JV, and varsity, those games are typically going to start at 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. There are some games that teams do not have freshman teams. If it's just a JV varsity only, these times will vary depending on whether or not we're traveling and or hosting teams. Our high school girls basketball games during the week will be 6 and 7:30. If we play on Saturdays, typically those start times are 11:30 JV, 1 o'clock for varsity. In regards to our middle school boys and girls basketball, The 7th grade teams always play first on Tuesdays, and the 8th grade teams play on Thursdays. Our home start times typically will be 4:30 and 5:30 for our Revere home games at the middle school. The away times will be a little bit later, typically depending on our travel time. Because of the bus situation, we probably will be starting anywhere between 5:15 and 5:30 when we travel on the road. Some important dates: our high school winter sports pictures were yesterday. So those were all completed with the senior banners. The wrestling team, they don't begin practice until tomorrow, the 17th of November. So their pictures will be on Thursday, November 30th. And the middle school winter sports pictures will be held on Friday, December 15th. Just a reminder for our chain of communication. Communication between athletes, parents, and coaches, it's a key to a successful season. In the event that an issue might arise, please follow this chain of communication. Please ask your son or daughter. They should meet and speak with the coach first. Second of all, if the parent still feels that they need to speak with the coach, you can request a meeting to speak with the coach. And third, and certainly not last, the student athlete, the parent, the coach, and myself can meet together. Just a reminder, it's usually not a good idea to speak with the coach immediately following game. Emotions are oftentimes running high. If you would please respect the 24-hour rule before speaking with a coach, I think usually the outcome is a little bit better. But again, student athletes should speak with the coach, then a parent if need be, and then I would meet with the parent, the student athlete, the coach here in my office. Sportsmanship. The OHSAA's vision for positive sporting behavior is built on expectation and calls on the school community, and that's all of us, myself included, our administrators, our officials, our coaches, our students, our parents, and our fans. And that is to strive for positive sporting behavior in everything they do, teaching the values of ethics, integrity, equity, fairness, and respect. This means that we all accept the responsibility and privilege of representing our school and our community and ourselves while either participating or observing high school sports. Please, fans and parents, appreciate good plays from both teams. We have great rivalries with schools, but rivalries are better when we have a mutual respect for one another. Please be aware that oftentimes our coaches' families are in the stands close to you, officials' families might be in the stands close to you, and other players' family members, whether it's Revere family members or our opposing team, they may be around you and they don't need to be subjected to bad language or bad behavior. Please remember, we have a national shortage in officials. Our officials are human and they're members of our neighboring communities. These people come out and do this when a lot of people won't. And the national shortage is becoming a major problem. So please be respectful of all the people that take the time and give to us being able to go watch these sporting events. Collectively, we all need to make sure your children, our student athletes know, win or lose, we love them and we appreciate their efforts. Please, from OHSAA, be a fan, not a fanatic. Last but not least, contact information for myself and my assistant Helen Leckman are there. The Twitter accounts, Revere Sports 7 through 12, that Dr. Peltz, Mr. Ferris, and myself try to keep updated with updates, pictures, action shots of all of our teams. And then our Revere Athletic Sports Boosters, again, their Twitter account. Again, please, if you have some time, please reach out and join our Athletic Boosters, a small group of people that do a heck of a lot for your sons and daughters and for my office as well. So please, if you have a little bit of time, please reach out to find out what that's all about. So this concludes the video portion of this presentation. The second half of the presentation is the OHSAA required PowerPoint presentation. Please watch, read through the slides, make sure you sign off on final forms to confirm that you have viewed this entire presentation. Thank you again for your attention, and go Minutemen.